Datuk Fadilah, my friend, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say from the very beginning that we are a business-friendly government at federal and state level. And we are prepared to accommodate legitimate investment in our country. Indeed, we encourage federal and foreign investment in our country. This has been a consistent policy for us from the 1950s, from import substitution to industrialization until now, and brought us from success to success. Japanese investment, Korean investment, British investment, American investments, all over. And we have been on friendly terms with foreign investment. In fact, if we are to look at the figures, there is no unemployment in Malaysia. There is because Malaysians are very choosy. We can accommodate a few million foreign workers in the plantation and construction industry. But because our own people are unprepared to take it up, we have to take in foreign labor. But if you look at the actual figure, the jobs they have created, we have over-employment in this country, which indicate the success of our policy. Number two, we have survived the ups and downs of the world's economy. Right now, I'm not saying the world is in recession, but everything looks very bleak. Europe, 1%. China, no longer double digit. America, very small. Malaysia, from 4 to 4.5. Even Sarawak predicted 6. But it doesn't look good. Price of oil collapsed, commodities collapsed. I don't know, maybe there is a cycle to this thing. The contagion crisis in the 80s, the subprime crisis, and now perhaps we're looking at another possible, like there is a cycle to this sort of thing. But one encouraging light at the end of the tunnel is to increase foreign investment, provision of cheap energy, and plenty of land. That we can offer. With the completion of the Murum Dam, plus Bakun, plus Batang Air, plus later on other dams, we are able to produce, supply cheap electricity. That is one of our attractive attraction of foreign investment. Simalaju Industrial Estate and the corridor, we expect interest, as indeed some foreign companies have already invested. We benefit, of course, with employment and the ability for us to provide trained manpower. Our emphasis now is on technical education. Industrialization, you must have technical education. So we're starting in that area. And nowadays, we notice that if you are technically competent, you can easily get a job with industry. The problem of unemployed graduates is simply because they are not technically qualified. That is one of the disasters that we have to encounter because of a wrong policy taken many years ago. But anyway, it's not too late to ameliorate the position. So that is the general picture in Sarawak. Everybody is welcome to invest here. We provide the accommodation, we provide the environment, and cheap, comparatively cheap energy for development, for industrialization. Now, unfortunately, I have to read something that has been prepared for me. If you are not find it very dull, you can go to sleep. But my opening remarks cover the policy that we have. I would like to congratulate Tan Sri Michael Yo and Asli. I thought at first I was organizing some Orang Asli conference in West Malaysia. So maybe I brought the wrong speech. For organizing the third Sarawak Business and Investment Seminar here in Kuching. So this is your third seminar. Conferences such as this play a vital role in creating greater awareness of the abundant business and investment opportunities here in Sarawak. It serves as a platform to bring leaders from business sector, from various industries, government officials, investors, academics, and those seeking a win-win situation at whatever purpose we pursue. We're bringing together people in different businesses and regulators and government officials together. Investments from the business community are vital towards the development of Sarawak, the improvement of standards of living, and so on. You can see changes brought to our way of living with the coming of palm oil plantation, for instance. It has changed the lives of our people. Very, very simple thing. In the old days, you can hardly see a car or a van in the rural area. But now, you have traffic jams, even in the rural area. And now you have concrete houses. and people are more sophisticated and more educated. I cannot deny that. There have been a rise in their income and the standard of living. I would like to thank Ashley for making this connection possible and bringing all stakeholders together. So you're all stakeholders. You have a stake in the success of this enterprise. It is our goal to promote socio-economic development, a catalyst for change. Various projects in recent years have resulted in healthy contribution to the nation's overall GDP growth. We are the third largest contributor to Malaysia's economy, amounting to nearly 120 billion last year, but Sarawak is not yet at its full potential, and there is much room for development. There is therefore still great potential in Sarawak. If you want to find land for plantation in West Malaysia, there's no more land available. You can either go to Kalimantan or Sarawak. The main sectors are in the area of services, comprising 33%, manufacturing 27%, quarrying 22%, agriculture 14%, construction 3%. These areas can be improved. Room for expansion, tourism, for instance, recorded a total of 7.3 million visitor arrivals, and majority are foreign tourists. We can improve that number because of the unique biodiversity and cultural heritage, and we have many potential foreign investment in tourism sector. This is one great potential that we can develop. The world is intrigued by Sarawak's unique biodiversity and cultural heritage. We have many potential foreign investors in the tourism industry. A Singapore company, for example, is interested in developing our nature assets. And a Chinese company is looking into developing service apartment under the Malaysia My Second Home program. These are tourist attractions that we can provide, especially nature, culture, and adventure. We are also working on arranging chartered direct flights. This is one problem we have. Not enough flights into Kuching. Not enough flights, international flights into Kuching. We want to promote more and more flights direct from anywhere in the world, direct into Kuching. Miri is the next area of growth, being home to large oil and gas community, and of course, Gunung Mulu. If Sabah is famous for Kinabalu, we are famous for Mulu, our cave underground, which is reputed to be one of the biggest cave systems in the world, and some areas have not yet been explored. UNESCO, as well as the world-famous National Park etc., etc., and the Borneo Highway will open up the economy of this country. What the North-South Highway did in West Malaysia to open up the economy of the country, multiply it by 4, even 8 times, will do for Sarawak, open up the whole country from one end to the other. Greater connectivity enables tourism, etc., not just tourism, but business sector will expand, and that will also expand the market. Greater connectivity enables tourism to thrive and help narrow the development gap among various regions such as Kuching, Bintulu, and Miri. More investors and service providers will be needed to accommodate expected influx of tourists, providing accommodation and other services, which are ideal investment opportunities. The manufacturing sector has undergone much reform since 2003. We have fully liberalized equity holdings in all manufacturing projects. We do not insist on majority local participation. Foreign investors can hold 100% in all investment in new projects, as well as an expansion or diversification projects by existing companies, irrespective of the level of export. Businesses can take advantage of the many incentives given to manufacturing companies, such as pioneer status and investment tax allowances, as well as cheap energy offered. There are also incentives to relocate manufacturing activities to promoted areas, high technology companies, strengthening industrial linkages. Machinery and equipment industry and other automotive component modules, there are enhanced incentives for utilization of oil palm biomass in new companies and to existing companies to reinvest. In the construction sector, for instance, we expect more opportunities to be created to implementation of various infrastructure development projects, such as roads to improve connectivity and water and electricity projects to enhance its coverage in the state. We are also building more schools and clinics, especially in rural areas, to improve accessibility of the services for the people. As the population in Sarawak grows, especially in the urban areas, demand for residential housing and commercial building increases. I noticed that even the Chinese are interested in developing our property industry and real estate industry. So these are the possibilities open to potential investors in the years to come. But let me repeat once again. Our policy, state and federal, is to be friendly to business. That way we can attract them. We will put as little as possible obstruction in their way. Indeed, we encourage them to invest in our country for mutual benefit. Ladies and gentlemen, with that in mind, I declare this seminar open this morning. Thank you.